there's international law through the UN that says states are not allowed to make anyone stateless. So when the Senate returned this to the lower house parliament, he realized that he was never ever going to get the 60% in a joint sitting of the two houses. So it's a major blow if he thought this is important for his presidency to clamp down on terrorism.
So where does this leave France's overall fight against terrorism? I think
beyond the issue of the citizenship, that appears to be topical because that is the issue that that resulted in former Justice Minister Christiane Taubira to resign and maybe threatened to split the party, the party of the president, the Labour Party. There's an issue of the emergency powers because France at the moment is under the state of emergency. Within the constitutional changes, they wanted that to be given a new status to be able to be used in such situations.
Yes, absolutely.
That also is being dropped. So I think in the fight against the terrorism aspect, it is the major blow for the emergency powers that are not going to be changed.
Right, so it's going to make it more difficult for him.
Yes, it is going to make it more difficult. But you will then also say the French forces have been working together with the Belgian forces. Whatever raid that has been going on, whatever successes that they have, that we have seen within the last 2 or so weeks, the French forces have been part and parcel of that. Talking about Belgium, you have an update on the ongoing investigation in Brussels following those terror attacks. It is quite it is quite fascinating that some of the people close to the investigation, we are not getting an official word either from the prosecutor's office or from the police themselves. They don't give a running commentary because they say that there is an operation that is underway. They don't want to jeopardize the intelligence for that. They are saying that information found on the laptop of the Bakraoui brothers, who are confirmed to have died during the course of that bombing, indicates that they searched information about the Prime Minister's residence and the office. That is scary when you consider the fact that the Prime Minister could have been a target.
Well, he could still be a target.
And the Prime Minister's office is not far from the metro station that was bombed. So, and there was an hour between the bombing of the station and the bombing of the airport. And the man with the hat? They are still compiling information from the public after making an appeal when they released CCTV footage a few days ago, because they are saying that the men that they initially had in custody, Faisal C, they don't believe that there is sufficient evidence that it could be him. It could be, or maybe it's not, but the police don't have enough information. But we know that the other people, about 4 other people are still in custody. Some of them are being held in connection with the Reda Cricket arrest in France, where they thought there was an attack that was imminent in France. So the whole thing is coming together, and we now know that about 17 Belgians lost their lives, and at least 15 of those that lost their lives in Brussels were foreigners. The Office of the Prosecutor believe that it is unlikely they will have other people that would have died that they haven't known about where the incident occurred. They know those that are in hospital, they are keeping an eye on them, but there is always a possibility, because of the nature of the attacks and what happens in these kind of sites, that there could be other victims that are yet to be discovered. But they believe that they have gone through the metro station and the airport, and it is highly unlikely that there will be more people from there.